Good afternoon. It's a dreary Monday afternoon in December. What better day to make an apple pie? So we've got a couple of cooking apples that have seen better days, and rather than let them go to waste, I thought I'd whip up a small apple pie in the English style. No bells and whistles, just apples, pastry and a bit of sugar. So let's have a look. So I've got this tiny 7.5-inch Pyrex glass plate, which I'm going to be using. It's only a small one, but it's enough for the apples that we've got. And I've lightly greased it using the butter wrapping. I've weighed out 150 grams of flour, and here are my 2 apples. I'm going to be coring them and peeling them. I've got 75 grams of butter, flour for dusting, and I'm going to be using some demerara sugar. So the first thing to do is to make the batch of pastry. Just going to toss the butter in the flour as it makes it easier to cut. Then I'm cutting the butter in small pieces into the flour. Okay. Working as quickly as possible, I'm going to rub together the flour and the butter. Just a rubbing motion with the fingertips, lifting it up to incorporate air, working as quickly as possible. The aim is to, as you know by now, to reach a stage where this mixture looks like fine breadcrumbs. And it helps if everything is as cold as possible, which, to be honest, isn't much of a problem in this house. Okay, there we are. Doesn't matter if there are a few slightly larger pieces of butter that aren't fully rubbed in. That will only add to the flakiness of the pastry. So there we go. Now we need to get some cold water and add it little by little to bring the dough together. Okay, lovely. There should be nothing on the palms of the hands. So I've got a little jug of water. I'm just going to drizzle a small amount and use my knife to stir the water around. A little bit more. You do get an instinct for feeling as it comes together. It's starting to come together now. I think just a little bit more. It starts to look quite ragged. Starting to clump more heavily. So what you can do is go in with your hand and just give it a feel. If it's starting to come together like that, you're ready. Gather it together. I've said it before, it's best not to play too much with pastry. Certainly doesn't need to be kneaded. Just needs to simply be brought together. Okay, I'm going to wrap that in cling and put it in the fridge. I am going to shape it into more of a ball very quickly. Okay. Pop that in the fridge and we'll chill that while we prepare the apples. So I think I mentioned earlier that they've seen better days and they're kind of getting on a little bit, and they've also got quite a waxy coating. So you can wash and wash and wash, and that waxy coating takes forever to come off. So I'm going to peel them, core them and slice them. I've got a bowl of cold water with some lemon juice in it to stop them from going brown. There's our apples. And this can go in the compost. Okay, it's time to roll out the pastry and build the pie. Little dusting of flour. I've also got out some semolina, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that when we get to that point. I've also got some oat milk here for glazing, and also my pastry brush and a fork for doing some crimping. Okay, so we need to divide this into two, top and bottom. Bit of flour on the rolling pin, bit of shaping into a circle. I think that should be enough. Let's just hold the plate over. Yep, just about, a little bit more. Bring that plate over. Lay it over. That's our base done. That bit of pastry can be saved. There may be some more and can be put in the freezer. I'm going to roll the top out and pop it onto another plate, so I'm just going to pop that there for the moment. I'm actually going to put a little bit of flour on it so it doesn't stick. Same thing for the top. Like that, to one side. And now we just need to quickly clear this up so we can use this area to build the pie. First thing that needs to happen is I'm going to drain these apples, and I'm going to wrap them and dry them in a clean tea towel. I'm working quickly because I don't want them to go too brown, although it doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do is just sprinkle a little semolina onto the base. This will help absorb any excess moisture. And then I'm going to lay the apple around. Halfway through I'm sprinkling some demerara sugar. First of all, I'm just going to wet the edges with some oat milk. Pop the lid on. Just gently press it together. I've turned the oven on. And all I'm going to do is crimp the edges. Okay. It's got some holes in the top. And glaze the whole thing with oat milk. So, in terms of the oven, we're going to be popping this in at 220 degrees C, fan, for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to reduce the temperature to probably around 180 for about half an hour. So it's going to cook for about a total of 40 minutes. Okay, time is up. Let's have a look. Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That looks absolutely delicious, and there's been no spillage, which is really good. So the filling is contained within that gorgeous crust pastry. I think we're going to try some now. Well, it's certainly cooked. So Paul, try my traditional English apple pie, which shouldn't be too sweet.
I hope not. It's nice and hot. Lovely looking pastry. Lovely. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the apple comes through. Sometimes with apple pies and with fruit pies, there's so much sugar in them that the fruit doesn't actually come through.
Yeah, exactly.
You just get that sweet tone and that's it.
It's like those Mr. Kipling single apple pies. They are just sugar in a pie.
Yeah. This is very much like my mum used to make.
It tastes like apple pie.
It does. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know, if we're having this as a pudding, we'd have custard or cream or Greek yogurt, but we're trying it like this so we can actually taste the pie itself.
I know this isn't a pie that Mum has made, because if it was, the edge would be a lot more doorstep, like I said before.
The pastry's crisp. I think it's cooked on the bottom. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, not too sweet. That's how we like it. Appley, an apple flavour.
Yeah.
And it's not a sweet pastry.
That's lovely.
A traditional apple pie, certainly in England, with somebody using frugal ingredients, wouldn't add sugar to pastry.
No. That is lovely. I was just thinking, I've never had, when I've been to America, I've never had apple pie in America.
Oh, I mean, people add all sorts of stuff, which is great. You know, cinnamon, clove is also used. Not in the States. I'm talking about English apple pies. But this is how a traditional apple pie would be made. Simple.
Would Jessica Fletcher make it this way?
Oh, I don't know.
With her Irish background, maybe she would. Yes. That's lovely. And there's
Perfect.
more.
Oh, there's plenty. Even though it's only a small one, there are plenty of servings. So, yeah, great. Good.
Thank you, Richard. You are such a fantastic chef. You really
Well,
are,
I
Richard.
try my best, and I think my pastry is good.
I think your pastry is brilliant. Yeah.
Look out for a new episode of Richard and Paul Cook, which will be on Thursday. And this week we are doing yet another British traditional dish. It's going to be a sweet one again. So lovely. See you very soon. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.
Bye.